What's up YouTube? Carlo here. Welcome to the vlog. This is the channel where we talk about sneakers and tech. And for this episode, I am absolutely thrilled to bring you my review of the NIKE AIR VAPORMAX 95. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you absolutely must do so. Why? Because we are giving away a brand new Yeezy Zebra now that we've hit 30,000 subscribers. To spice things up, I also threw in a Nike Epic React Flyknit in your size. So what you need to do, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and then hit the link down below on what you need to do to be able to join the giveaway. Subscribe now. Follow me on IG. The Air VAPORMAX 95 is a fusion of two of the most iconic sneakers from the Nike brand. The upper is made from, obviously inspired by the Air Max 95, while the midsole that you guys see here is the VAPORMAX midsole with those giant air bubbles and that rubber outsole down here. Now, why is that special for me? Because if you take a look at the history of both sneakers, it's a fusion of two revolutionary and iconic shoes. Let's start with the VAPORMAX. The VAPORMAX is one of the newest performance/lifestyle sneakers that Nike has came out with in the past few years. It's massively successful. It's been reproduced in multiple colorways, and it's redefined the way you look at air when it comes to the sneakers of Nike. Now we go to the Air Max 95. The Air Max 95 came out more than 20 years ago, guys, more than 2 decades. And if you take a look at the history of the Air Max 95, it is a storied journey of how one designer took in so much inspiration into trying to come up with a reason beyond just design and come up with what story he wants to tell with the design of the 95. The designer is Sergio Lozano, who was an industrial designer back then, focusing mostly on tennis sneakers from Nike. While he was trying to come up with a design for the Air Max 95, he was talking with Tinker Hatfield, of course the guy behind the Jordan 3, one of the more legendary designers of Jordan brand and Nike. And Tinker Hatfield just asked him a question. His question was, okay, so that's great design, but what's the story? What was the inspiration behind the Air Max 95? Lozano mentions in several interviews that it comes from several things. Number one, as he was looking out through the lake and trees, he saw that how the rain would erode soil. And he mentioned that he wanted to come up with a silhouette wherein it looked like it was being revealed as soil was being eroded. And that's why you see here in terms of the gradient design of the color, it looks like it is being revealed as the darker elements or the darker colors go down, down, and down. He also mentioned that he took a lot of inspiration from human body anatomy. So as you guys can see here, the eyelets look like ribs, the layers would look like muscle and fiber and vertebrae locking in. So all of those things combined really made it such an amazing sneaker, such a really kick-ass sneaker to look at, especially when you know the story. Because that's what Lozano was really trying to show with the sneaker. It's not just design for design's sake. There really is a lot of inspiration that went into building every part of this sneaker. There's also a lot of function that went into the design, even when it comes to the colorway. The Air Max 95 was primarily a running sneaker, and they made the colors darker progressively down to be able to hide wear and tear and dirt. Because as people would run in them, the designers in Nike wanted to give you the idea that it was holding up against the elements and against the dirt that it would encounter as you would be walking and running. Lastly, they used the Vault colorway that has defined a lot of the brand of Nike and has been used with a lot of their sneakers recently, even with the recently released EXP-X14. That one with the React midsole has Vault accents with the laces and in different parts of the sneaker. And you also saw that with this particular shoe with the Air Max 95. And that's why I absolutely love the shoe, because beyond how it looks like, beyond how crazy it feels on feet because of the VAPORMAX midsole, and beyond the fit and, you know, the overall hype around it, I really appreciated the history that this shoe represents, that this shoe brings to the table. I'd like to send a quick shout out, of course, to Boom Gonzalez, who had a chat on IG with this shoe. He enlightened me with a lot of things, man. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get into a more detailed look and review on the sneaker. Now, what are the elements of the shoe that I love the most? When it comes to the upper, I love the character. You have so many textures, so many things going on. from the mesh material over here to that vault colored eyelets that hold the laces together, the rope laces together. I love that they used reflective material. There's a patch, that Y patch over here at the tongue, and it also has reflective material here at the back with the Nike logo. I love also how, man, this look so kick-ass. Now, if you go down to the midsole, of course, you have the VaporMax midsole, which is air bubbles, and then you have like rubber outsoles to protect the bubbles as well as to give additional traction. How is the sneaker on feet? It is incredibly comfortable. As someone who hates the VaporMax, as in I hated the VaporMax, this sneaker is much more comfortable for people with wide and flat feet. The original VaporMax didn't give too much support to your feet because there wasn't really a layer in between the air bubbles as well as your feet. This one has a very comfortable insole. It also has a layer, I don't know, of plastic or something or EVA foam in between the air bubbles itself with the insole, so it gives that additional layer. And the upper has more space and cushioning compared to the Flyknit material of the VaporMax. So all of these things combined, for me, makes this a much better VaporMax compared even to the original. I recommend that you guys buy the Air VaporMax 95. Truth be told, it really still boils down to your preference. Now, not everybody geeks out on sneaker history. Not everybody loves to research on the shoe that they have. But I will leave you guys one tip. If there's anything that I learned reviewing this, it's the appreciation for what I have. And it's not the appreciation for what I don't have. What do I mean by that? Because when I found out the history of this shoe, I immediately dug into researching all the other sneakers that I have. I have so much more appreciation now for the Adidas Ultra Boost. The way the Prime Knit is made from the version 1, version 2, version 3, and version 4. Just by reading up on the intent of the designer as they were designing it and how they were even able to come up with it. Mind-blowing stuff. I think you guys saw how I did the X90 review of New Balance, wherein I really dug deep into the history, to the roots of the shoe, because that's where it all started. This is where it all started when I started researching about this sneaker. So I took a look at a lot of the sneakers that I have, Googled them, researched them, asked people about them, and man, I am so much more appreciative now of the sneakers that I have in my collection that I had before. So as an ending tip for this review, take a look at the sneakers that you guys have. Google them, research them, because it will reveal to you more than just design, more than just what it looks like, more than just how it feels. It will reveal to you the story behind the sneaker. And that's something that I'm sure you guys will appreciate and love. The Air VaporMax 95 Volt now sells here in the Philippines for a little over 10,000 pesos. Woo! Yes, it is expensive. But yeah, if you love it, if it talks to you, then go ahead and cop it. Available already at multiple stores. I got my pair over at Soul Academy BGC. Thanks to the guys, Boss Jojo and everybody, Carlo, Ed, and everybody else from Soul Academy. You guys rock. And that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. Please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you follow me on IG so that you can be part of our giveaway for the Yeezy 350 Zebra and the Epic React Flyknit from Nike. Peace. God bless.